As a type 1 diabetic, diagnosed at 18, and someone who has had a relatively healthy and active lifestyle, I can say that I genuinely believe the biggest problem in life is health. Because when your health starts declining, everything else in life gets harder to take care of. Your motivation drops, energy disappears, your mind starts going foggy at times, and discipline gets weaker. Most people don't even realize that it's happening to them. It's too easy in today's world to get distracted away from taking care of your own health, whether it be TikTok doom scrolling, Facebook, Instagram, or even just binging your favorite Netflix show. It all leads back to being generally a net negative in your life. And I'm not talking about the things like looks maxing or trying to mog everybody by physical attributes, because it's not just about looking good. It's about taking care of your mind too. It affects literally everything to your mental as well as your body. And what it really comes down to are some pretty simple things, especially for what I've had to deal with. And I'm just going to list off a few, like bad sleep, processed foods, nicotine, weed, for me at least, no exercise, and low energy are all going to lead into the exact same mindsets of just not taking care of your body and malnourishing your brain and it. And for example, when you start feeling physically terrible, you start to fall into the same patternized thinking of not taking care of yourself and continuing and just multiplying that same feeling into making it a worse of a problem than what it really is. You stop wanting to do difficult things like taking care of yourself or like going to the gym and doing things that you know are going to be positive for you. Especially in today's age, when you combine that with constant stimulation like phones, nicotine, endless scrolling, your brain really never gets a break from it. And something I've especially noticed in most people since I've been on this journey of bettering my mind and bettering my body on this long journey of life that we try doing the best at what we can with, I've noticed that people are trying to build better lives, but with exhausted minds and unhealthy bodies, it's damn near impossible. And it spreads into everything like a virus. It can lead into problems with work, relationship issues, your own confidence in being able to go about your day-to-day and taking care of yourself in that sense, as well as your ambitions and dreams start to fade away. Most people will not even realize that they're letting everything go just to be lazy and not take care of something that can lead to real success inside of their own mind as well as outside in the real world. Whether that be something like your finances building or being able to build discipline so that you're happier to be in your own body and with your own mindset, that's entirely what matters the most. Because usually when your health starts declining, your standards go with it. And building habits like how I've talked about on this channel, quitting weed, working out, building a mental clarity that's much more profound than what I've had in my past, makes entirely different shifts in my mind, spiritually, and my energy physically. And like most people, I had no idea that my habits were affecting me so negatively until I started changing them and realizing the actual profit off of life that I've been building from just making simple changes like waking up at a better time, drinking more water, going to the gym, just simple things like that that are huge upgrades to my life and that could probably be beneficial for you too. And just as I mentioned in my discipline video about how most people don't have an actual motivation problem, it's really a discipline and majority an energy problem. And people are letting this just get to their head and just building off that negative nature of not having control and just letting things be. When in reality, you need to take control so that you do have the ability to change for the better. And building a dependency on those tiny little dopamine highs and turning them into something that is beneficial and still gives you that hit is way, way, way better of an investment for your time, your life, your money, anything that it could possibly be than whatever it is that you might be doing now if you just take the second and think, is this really going to be good for my future? And I'm not going to sit around here and act like I'm just some perfect go-lucky person that has made all the right choices and never made a mistake. I've screwed up so many times in my past, and I've even talked about them on some of my other videos. But I'm not just going to hold myself unaccountable for those things and continue doing them. That's kind of why I'm making these videos, is to look back and realize that I do have the proof of making change for the better, as well as the same options of what works and what doesn't. And the craziest thing is, improving your health improves every aspect of your life. And I'm talking about focusing on things with a better manner, building a confidence so you can go about your day-to-day, whether it be from work, being in public, or anything to do with the stressful environment or situations. You build discipline so that you're capable of retaining these habits and doing something that's better for you. Your mood changes entirely. You have a way better outlook on life and just the situation you're in, as well as a realization that if you stay consistent with this, it will not only benefit you, but it might benefit all the people around you too. I'm not trying to be a guru or anything and say that you should do exactly as I do. Don't do exactly as I do. Just kind of hear me out and not necessarily do as I say, but just take it in and understand that I'm a person, I've made mistakes, and I'm admitting to those and trying to do better for myself as well as what most other people are trying to do too. And that's why I've been trying to take my habits more seriously. Not just for fitness, not because I just wanted to make myself feel better out of nothing, but because I realized health affects my entire future, and it's the same for you too. And it makes me curious, what's one unhealthy habit that you know is holding you back right now, but you've been questioning whether or not to make the choice to change it? I know that I had made a ton of different decisions to make this situation to be where I'm at right now. I mean, even just quitting weed and quitting nicotine was a huge feat for me. I still have a problem with caffeine, and I feel like that's majority of people now, is just trying to be able to gain the energy from a synthetic thing like that. But that's much smaller of an issue rather than the things that I had in my past. And with nicotine and caffeine and marijuana, all of those things combined just led to the most unhealthy way and degenerative style of going about my day-to-day, and I had to make a stop to it. And I'd imagine that's what a majority of people in my age group do have issues with. And I just wanted to put that out there and make an account for it so that people realize that they're not alone. And I appreciate all the support that you guys have been providing for me to show me that I'm not alone on this journey either. And we just hit a huge milestone. It may not seem like a lot, but it's so awesome to see for me that we finally hit 100 subscribers. And I love to see the journey that we're creating with each other and see the progress that we're all making in this community. I appreciate everything you guys have provided for me sincerely. And I wanted to put this out there one last time to actually make a full understanding of it, of your health being the biggest benefactor to what affects your mind, your discipline, and your future. And most people don't even realize how important that is until they lose it. And in a world where everything is supposed to be comforting, overstimulating, distracting, and slowly taking away people's ambition all at the same time, it's hard to realize the things that are really standing in your way so that you can become the greatest version of yourself. And I'm just a young guy trying to escape the modern distractions and rebuild his life. Especially whenever there's so many issues with this world, it's so easy to fall into the self-improvement trap where you tell yourself you're going to do better, you tell yourself you're going to go to the gym, but you never actually do, and you never really take care of yourself until it's far too late to make the decision that actually matters. Because once today is gone and tomorrow has left us, you're still left in the same body and the same mind that you were before, just without those times and without those days. And that's an inevitable thing that we'll never get past. That's time. And if you do have some sort of dreams, ambitions to better yourself, what are they? Go ahead and drop them down below, leave a like, subscribe, and let's see what you can actually do.